Create this project dashboard with me in Excel in just 5 minutes. Like and save for later if you don't have time right now. I've copied and pasted this chart, and I'm going to copy and paste the heading just to speed things up. Choose a color. I'm going to go with burgundy just to keep it a little bit separate to stand out from the first project, and let's rename it Project 2. Then let's insert our checkboxes. This is the new Excel checkbox, so it's really easy. Just go up to Insert Checkbox. And then we want our total to be across the bottom. So to make it easy, let's just copy and paste this so we've got the same formatting and the formula will transfer over. It's a COUNTIF of that range when the checkboxes are true. So we're all set with that. And now let's check this out, test it, and it's working. You can add in here whatever makes sense for you. I'm not going to fill that out in completion. Let's just say sample. You could put someone's initials for whoever's responsible and then a due date. Next, let's go up to Insert, Illustrations, and an icon. What we're doing here is we're linking to our project brief. So if anybody has questions, they can just click on that icon and it will pull that up. So I'm going to insert something that looks like a folder, and then let's resize this down. We'll adjust this a little bit later. And then next, we're going to need our progress bar. So I'm going to do a merge and center here, which is okay because we don't have any filtering to do. And then this formula is going to be the repeat function, so equals REPT, and then in quotes, that line, and then we're going to do 70 times our cell where the formula is going to be. So that's K15. So I did times 70. You can adjust that depending on how big you want that bar to be. So our formula here needs to be a COUNTIF of our checkbox ranges when they are true. And then we need to divide it by the total possible checkboxes. So we're going to use the count A to do that. And then your formula is in place. Now it looks weird. That's because the font needs to be changed to Playbill, but we're going to change that format on the percentage first. And then let's change this to Playbill. And when you want to adjust this bar, you can center it vertically, horizontally, and then you have to change the font size because technically this is a font. So normally I would just copy and paste the section above, but because it's demonstration, I am showing you. So let's go back and check that font size and then we'll fix that to 36. So this is looking pretty good. Now let's insert a border around this. So we're going to do a thick box border. And then our icon, let's right click on this and link it to a PDF. So let's say that's our project brief. And then when you click on this, we can move this around and resize as needed. And then we'll click on it, test it out, and the PDF opens. I'm not going to show you that just for time's sake. So next, let's double check our totals correct and the formula is looking good. And then we're going to insert a shape because we want to cover over that formula that's there. So we've got our shape, and then you can resize this and move this as needed. So let's just extend that a little bit. Again, you could have copied and pasted. Let's do no outline and we'll do a shadow so it stands out a little bit. Looks more like a button. And then let's do that lighter gray. We would like it to match. And then we need to link to that cell that's hidden. So that's K15. So we're going to link to that and then bold and do some formatting here, and let's resize it. Again, I would have copied and pasted this, but for demonstration, I'm changing the font size here, and I'm going to go back just to verify that that's the same font as the above button. And we need to make one adjustment, and then we're all set. So now that looks just like the one above. And next, let's go to conditional formatting. We need to add our rules in here for the color change. So for this first one, we're going to do K15. When it's greater than 0.67, we want to make this the darkest color of blue, because that's going to be closest to 100%. You could adjust these percentages as it makes sense for you. And then next we need to do another rule. This time we want it to be more of a medium blue, and this is going to be our mid-range. So it's going to be equals and when K15 is greater than a third, let's say a third of the projects completed or a third of the milestones, and it's also less than or equal to 0.67, we're going to do a medium blue, hit OK. And then we need to test that out and looks good. And then let's do our last one here. So equals K15 when it is less than or equal to 0.33. And this is going to be our lightest blue or our lowest milestones completed. Hit OK. Copy, paste, repeat.